How to stop being a needy little chode. Let's talk about neediness. That's the invisible repellent that kills desire and curiosity faster than sending an unsolicited D-pic as your opening message. Neediness is purely just overinvestment. In any social interaction, there's usually someone who wants more than the other. More attention, more validation, more approval, more affection. Usually, the needy one is the one who deep down sees the other person as more valuable than themselves. And where does that come from? Two places: low self-esteem and a scarcity mindset. You've probably felt it. A hot girl gives you attention and suddenly you're imagining your future wedding together. Why? Because a part of you doesn't believe it's common for women like that to like a man like you. So you hold on too tightly, and when you grip too hard, what happens is they push away. Let me give you 5 ways neediness shows up and silently sabotages all of your interactions and connections. Number 1, running out of things to say. You're not boring, you're just trying too hard to be liked. When you're micromanaging every sentence, trying to perfectly craft your words so she approves of you, your brain essentially freezes. You go into what we call analysis paralysis. And what's the solution here? Well, being okay with her not liking you. Being okay with saying the wrong thing. To stop performing, start speaking more freely and own it. Number 2 is hiding your personality. Guys often filter themselves to death. They avoid jokes, they don't want to talk about their weird hobbies or what they actually enjoy because what if she doesn't like it? Bro, if she doesn't like who you truly are, she's definitely not the one. It's better to find out sooner than later. Confidence isn't just being loud, it's about being honest and owning who you are, quirks and all. So start expressing yourself and let the chips fall where they may. It'll feel liberating and you'll probably be quite surprised by how receptive others are to that authenticity. Number 3 is over-validating and supplicating. If all you do is compliment her, run errands, and praise her like she's a Disney princess while she gives you crumbs in return, you're not being romantic, you're being a simp. Attraction dies when it's not balanced. Our natural inclination, if she's not investing equally, is to overcompensate and invest even more. That's not the best move. Here's a simple rule of thumb when it comes to any date. Allow her to invest more, or at most, match her level of investment equally. Number 4 is you're too available. She takes 2 days to reply and you respond in 2 minutes. That screams, I have nothing else going on. You want to mirror her level of investment. If her messages are short, keep yours short. Don't triple text and don't send paragraphs to her 1-word replies. Number 5 is pushing for commitment too soon. You get a little bit of validation or maybe a night of relations and suddenly you're thinking about what your kids might look like. Wanting to lock her down as soon as possible. Stop it. Keep things casual. Let it blossom organically. Give it space. She should be the one asking for you to commit. If you're the one pushing for monogamy before she's even ready, you're showing her you're way more invested than she is and she'll respect you less. To reiterate, if you notice yourself overthinking, freezing up, filtering your speech, or obsessing over whether people like you, it's a sign you're probably giving away some of your power. You need to validate yourself. Remind yourself you are complete already. You don't need anything from anyone. That's where true confidence starts to build. And I promise you, no one can fill that hole in you other than you. So stop looking to others to make you feel worthy. It's a pointless and painful endeavor. Thank you for watching. Cheers. This is Ben Sterling with Social Freedom, and I'll see you in the next video.